Welcome to Let's Face It, where Eunice comes and gives you the truth. Hey guys, welcome to Let's Face It. Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe. And yeah, welcome. It's your girl Eunice So Jiggery, and here I am again. Welcome to Let's Face It. If you are new, you are absolutely welcome. If you are old and you haven't subscribed yet, or if you're new to, make sure you subscribe too. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, turn on the post notifications, because videos are coming pretty much like every week, and I'm trying my best to stay as consistent as possible. So definitely make sure that you are here. I know I look a little rusty, but I look rusty because we're about to get glammed up together. Disclaimer, this is not a makeup tutorial video or any of that sort. I am going to be talking on red flags. Actually, I'm going to be talking about red flags in relationships. So, this is not, so basically this is, a date night. This is another date night of ours. So welcome to date night. I know I promised that I was going to be putting out a date night, like, because I usually make 2 videos, right? So like every second video, you guys should be expecting a date night. Hopefully it goes in that order. And to film date nights sometimes, because I know life can be a little hectic, sometimes makeup is kind of therapeutic for me because I'm in my own space. I'm usually playing music, but I'm not going to play music for this specific video. But yeah, usually I'm in my own space, I'm doing my own thing, and I am also just thinking. Sometimes I actually turn on podcasts when I am doing my makeup, just because it gives me my own personal time in the day, and I just wanted you guys to also be here with me. And as you all know, during date nights, what we do, we talk about relationships, we talk about those type of stuff. So today I'm going to be talking about what a lot of people miss when they're going into relationships, which is red flags. So I hope you guys don't get any mad, because these red flags are not only going to be for your partner, but also going to be for you. Like, what do? Do you need to stop doing? That's a red flag that you're not ready for a relationship, or is a red flag that you need to get out of a relationship because maybe you're not satisfied or you're not your best self. Also, it's also going to show about the other person, what they are doing that they need to fix, that they need to stop doing, and or that even if they don't fix, they just gives you the sign that, bro, pack your stuff up, baby girl, and leave. Like, get your things and leave. I have to straighten myself. Okay, I think I'm fine now. Yeah, so just pack your stuff up and leave, and just go, and just so that's what. So the first thing that I'm gonna be talking about actually is, the first red flag is, of course, the title. So I know a lot of people are like, Eunice, it's just a title, and a title doesn't really mean anything in a relationship, which, I mean, honestly, is kind of true, because a title should not really mean anything about a relationship, but it does kind of let you know where the person stands. It does let you know if the person is serious about you or if the person is not. Okay? So a lot of girls or a lot of guys will actually stay in certain relationships without a title. Now, if you have someone, or if you are someone that likes the advantages of a relationship without actually having one, like, the person will want you to do stuff with them, like go on dates, like you guys buy stuff for each other. I don't know what couples do, but like buy matching outfits and all of that stuff. But you guys don't have a title, or you call yourself friends, and they're not actually putting a title to it, or they're not actually saying anything. Sis, that's that's a red flag. And I always advise people, even my friends, and of course this is, and I'm basically preaching to the choir, to myself too, whatever I would do when I get into a relationship is that I would actually ask the person after a couple dates or after a couple months of us being friends, good friends, and get to know each other is, what are your intentions? Let the person's intentions be clear. Because I've said this before on my Instagram that I would rather have someone that is not serious or doesn't want to be committed and is straightforward about it than to have someone that claims to be serious or is treating me like we're in a relationship and we're really not. And then people ask and they're like, oh no, we're actually not dating, we're just friends. But then they only want to get your attention. They only want to take you out. They don't like when other people have your attention. They want you to cook for them. They want you to, do stuff that a girlfriend would do. Basically, those guys that want girlfriend privileges without actually calling you their girlfriend. Or, of course, those boys that do want, if you're a guy, I'm mixing my words here. If you're a guy, a girl wants you to treat you like your girlfriend, and she actually doesn't want to be your girlfriend. That's a big red flag. Like, when you see that, reconsider. Only if you're settled with that. Intentions need to be known. The second red flag is if someone doesn't, if you guys are actually dating or not really, but if you notice that they don't want to really show you off. Now, I know some people like to keep their private lives private. They like to be, really in their moment and not really doing too much, which is honestly very, very fine. But, like, you guys go somewhere, and they don't want to introduce you as their girlfriend. They don't want to introduce you as their boyfriend. They don't want to let people know who you are, and they just kind of keep you to the side. Especially if it's like a long time you guys have been dating, like 6 months going to a year, and they're still keeping you secret, it means that they have somebody else. If they don't want to introduce you to their family, sis, bro, it means that somebody else is in the picture, some way, somehow. There's something that needs to be unpacked. There's definitely something that they haven't taken care of. Sorry, I'm looking this way. This is actually where my mirror is. There's something that needs to be taken care of. There's something that's not been fixed, okay? Now, that's something that definitely needs to be talked about. That's another red flag, because I think a lot of people, they don't just, a lot of people don't just pick on these things. And you're like, and I know that some people like to keep their life private. So that's why I'm not talking about social media, because to be honest, I would not advise people posting about their relationships on social media, because that's like, it takes, like, maybe if you guys have been dating for like 2-3 years, then that's fine. But beginning relationships, I would say, like, just stay off posting each other on social media so much. But like, what I'm saying is, like, when you guys actually go out, like on dates and stuff like that, and they don't introduce you, like, that's kind of a bad sign. Like, just kind of stay away from that. That's already like a red flag that I would say. I'm not saying you should go and break up with the person, no, but I'm just saying that at least you guys should talk about it and be like, so what was that? So what happened? What was that about? Is it that you don't want us to be public and stuff like that? And I feel like whoever you're in a relationship with, they should be proud that they have you in their life, because you're a queen, you're king. They should treat you like one and not make you feel like you're an extra. So because of that, you need to be proud of whatever you're doing, and you just need to be proud of who you are. And if they don't want to talk about you, that just brings a different sense. And third red flag is when someone is not like supportive of who you are. If you have a partner that tries to change you, that tries to make you feel like you should become someone else. Like, for example, I'm going to use myself for example. I'm not in a relationship. I'm just going to use myself for example of things that I like to do. For example, someone like me, I do like to, let's say, dance. I do like to sing. If I had someone in my life that's like, oh, let's not dance or let's not sing, Or let's say let's pick something more specific. Let's pick something deeper. I, of course, I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I go to church. If I had someone that wants me to stop praying, that wants me to stop doing things that I love or pushing myself to the next level, that someone that tries to hold me back, that's like, you're doing too much, then that's a big red flag. Someone that sees, you don't want a man, or if you're a man, you don't want a woman that sees you as a competition, because that means that they don't want you to move forward and they will try to hold you back. They might love you, they might want to be in a relationship with you, but they don't want to know that you are stepping ahead of them. They don't want to think that you are gonna accomplish more things than them, because they're scared of who you're gonna become, or they have their, I don't know what the word is, I think it's egotistical. Like they just want to have really big egos and they don't want you to achieve, especially with the ladies. Like with the ladies, like dealing with guys, a lot of guys are like that. A lot of guys will not want you to achieve your dreams. And it's so, because guys like those type of women that have big dreams. But when they're actually in a relationship with them, they be acting different. They won't do things, like they will tell you, like they won't really speak up to you and be like, don't do this or don't follow your dreams. They will try to give you excuses as to why. And growing up, that's one thing I've always agreed on with myself, that I would never let a man be the reason why I stop pursuing my dreams. I know I look a little crazy, but just ignore my looks and listen to what I'm saying. I would never let a man actually be the reason why I do not pursue my dreams or do things that whatever is best for me. Because a lot of women don't really think about it. They don't really think about the fact that a man could be the reason why they're not achieving things that they want to be achieving, or steps that they want to cross. And you keep asking yourself, like, you're dating someone. I feel like you should always date someone that helps you move, that supports you, that supports your cause, that supports whatever you want to do in life, that's like working towards wherever you're going, that path in your life, that's working towards it with you, not holding you back. So if you do have someone, or you're talking to someone, you guys are not dating, maybe you should reconsider, or as I always advise, it's best to talk about it. You guys sit down, talk about it, talk about your issues. I'm gonna be really quiet because I'm trying to do my eyeliner. Fast forward the eyeliner part because it does take me a while to get my eyeliner in place. But anyways, we're done with that. So I was saying that you shouldn't go with someone that stops you from achieving your dreams or doing that which is really important for you. And yeah, that's a big part of that. Another red flag is in a relationship is someone that doesn't like you for who you are. I know it's very easy, but someone might like the idea of you, but actually not like the reality of you. That was actually really deep. Someone might like the idea of you, but not actually the reality of you. And that's very true. Someone might like, because let me tell you, on this earth, there are some pretty good looking people, okay? Someone might just like how you will look with them, like couple goals and all of that stuff. They might like how their parents are gonna see you, or how the public is gonna see you. When you guys post on the gram, how you guys are gonna see. But when they actually get into the relationship with you, they try, sorry, I'm covering myself. They try to change who you are, because they're like, okay, I like the idea of her, but her personality, who she is, who she stands for, is not really who I am, and it's not really who they're with. And some people might not know this, but like, even if you like somebody, avoid trying to change the person because you fell in love or you started liking who the person was. So why try to change them? But some people, when you notice that someone is trying to change you into who they want you to be, or how they think you should be, flee. Like run for the hills. Because that kind of person, that's where they call, that kind of person is literally manipulating. They are trying to manipulate you into doing stuff that you don't want to do, or stuff that you don't really stand for, which is not nice. And at the same time, that just shows signs that that person doesn't really love you. They just might like the idea of you. They like how the public sees you guys, but they actually don't want to be in a relationship with you, if that makes sense. So, yeah, someone that does try to hide stuff like that, flee, one for the hills, carry your bags and go. Like, literally leave, because that is not someone that you should be associating yourself around with. Just love yourself, and as I always say, it all begins with loving who you are. Because when you love yourself, then it's really literally gonna attract the positive person, like someone that loves who they are, knows who they are. And that's like the kind of person that you will also attract, because the person knows who they stand for, and they would not try to change you and stuff. They wouldn't try to change you and things like that. Also, another red flag, watch how your significant other acts in presence of their friends when they're with you, and also when they're with you alone. That's a very important thing, because I've seen before, I've personally seen before, which is very, very interesting. Some guys are usually very nice people. Like, they say hi, they're very nice, they really treat you in a nice way, and all of a sudden they're around their boo thing, right? And then they act like they don't know you anymore. And I'm talking from like the friend perspective. So for example, I'm a friend to a guy, or my guy cousin, let's just say I had a guy cousin, and I come around and he acts like he doesn't know me, or we're not that cool, all because he's with his girl. Those type of people in a relationship, that's a big red flag. Like, you might not really know exactly what's going on, but something's not right. Someone acting like that, I usually never trust stuff like that. And also, like, how they act around their friends. I like people giving me the same type of energy. Wow, I look really ridiculous. I like people definitely giving me the same type of energy. Like, knowing what they bring to the table, how they act around their friends. Now, I'm not saying that if they're rude to their friends, they should be rude to me. But if someone was dating me, I would definitely request, absolutely request, that they are themselves. Like, somebody that tries to change personality, be so different when they're around you, like, that's kind of weird. I do not support that. And I think, yeah, I think that's something that you should watch. And also around their family members. Because a lot of people fake, right? A lot of people fake. And one thing, well, this is not really a red flag, but one of my advice I always say is, before you really go deep in a relationship with someone, ask around. Don't ask their friends, because their friends, they might not be the best friends. They might be super loyal to the person, and they will lie to you about who this person is. Another thing that you should watch out for in a relationship is, you should watch how the person talks about their exes. Because if the person talks about their ex in a certain way, it means when y'all break up, I'm not praying for you to break up in your relationship, but if you guys ever broke up or had a fight, that's the same way that they will talk about you. The same way they ratted out their ex is the same way they're gonna rat you out. And it doesn't matter how they broke up. Like, you always know somebody that's ready for a relationship or in a good mental space when they don't have to bash the other person or talk bad about the other person just to lift themselves up. That's one way that I think, like, I always know, like, good people and people that have something good to bring to the table. You get what I mean? Like someone also, oh my gosh, a very big red flag. A guy or a girl that is insecure, that's very insecure, that don't love who they are, that don't own themselves. Insecurity, because it's fine to date someone that has, everybody has a little bit of insecurities, right? I have insecurity. You have insecurity, which honestly is fine, okay? But let me tell you, let me tell you something, honey. They would, you have to be careful about the level of insecurity, because when some people have like really big, really massive insecurity, or now there's a difference. Some people might have insecurity with like their nose or their eyes or how their lips look. Now if the person is insecure about themselves in a whole, like totality, they're just insecure about everything and anything, then they will try to rub off that insecurity on you. And it's not that they don't like you or they don't like who you are, but they're not satisfied with themselves. So they will try to rub that off on you. Mm. I've seen people like that, and they don't only come in significant others. This episode of Date Night, we're talking about relationships. They do come in friends too. They come in different shapes and different sizes. They just be popping out of everywhere, but they are there. They're really there, and they would literally try to make you feel like you're not enough or you can't do certain things, and it's not. Or they will even point out, because the thing is, the insecurities or the things that people point out that's wrong with you, it's actually most of the time what's wrong with them, because we don't see what's wrong with us, but other people can see it, right? Most of the time we see other people's wrongs before we can see ours, and that's the same thing that happens with insecure people. So basically, this episode of Date Night is just letting you know to shine your eyes. You know how people say love is, that's something I love about Nigerians. They always say shine your eyes. You know how people say love is blind? I, not only me, but I have heard before that love should be one eye closed and one eye open. Basically, it basically means keeping your eye out, keeping yourself like looking at, of course, loving the person and being fully committed to the person, but it also means that you should also keep an eye out for certain things, you know. And also, one good thing to know in a relationship, don't let a relationship be the end all be all. Like, when you're dating someone, it doesn't mean you're gonna marry the person or that person will be the love of your life. It's also giving, it's like giving you a time and space to get to know the person before you move forward, before you move to the next level. So you guys are getting to know each other before you all move to, learning to know each other and learning to love each other. When, you know, as you're crossing that path in life, you guys are learning new things about each other, trying to see if you can move to a marriage or move to another, you know, I don't know what you, get engaged, be married, I don't know what your preference is in life. So it doesn't mean that you should totally keep your eyes closed and not, and be suffering heartbreaks. And also, I do know for a fact that you don't just jump into meeting someone and dating the person. Sometimes it's honestly better to see the red flags when y'all are dating, or y'all are actually just talking and being friends, because that way you're like, okay, I can't do this, I can't date a person like this. And immediately you're like, you run out, you're safe, you save yourself all the heartbreaks. Or even when you're dating, it's not too late, but don't let it be too late when you're already married and you have kids involved and so many things involved that you're like, well, what am I supposed to do now? So I hope that this episode of Date Night is going to help you guys. Thank you for staying here with me. I know I did look crazy for a lot of it, and I was like literally in the mirror, but yeah, I am all okay now with my makeup. I didn't do a lot, but thank you guys for sticking around. I hope to see you guys next time. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Love you all. Mwah.